Hi, in this video I'd like to go over Tools interface and the contents of the cheat sheet. Let's start from the side menu, which is the quickest way to access your projects. You can open multiple apps at the same time, each in its own tab. Once an app is opened, you get access to the state and flows. From here, you can add more views and set the way they render. I'll show you more on together and separate in the patterns section. Each view has to have blocks and could have logic and specs. They correspond to files in the Finder. You can see those files by clicking the folder icon in the toolbar. There is a handy shortcut to navigate around. Command-click a view in the panel or in the editor to open that view in a new tab. Now you can quickly copy components and configurations across views and projects. By the way, all changes are autosaved when you navigate out of the editors, so you don't have to worry about losing your progress. When you select blocks with their properties, you can extract them as new components to your design system. When you do that, a new view will be saved with the content of your selection. All CSS styling properties are documented and available in the Docs section. A new project tab will open in the Finder mode, but you can use the switchboard mode to switch between multiple states. It's useful because you can see all states in one place. You can also access the design system of the active project and track the usage of the components. Okay, let's start this app and look at the workflow tools. This is a React web app, so it will open in the browser. From here, you have two modes to control the preview. Interactive mode syncs the app and tools automatically. You can browse the state in the app or in the tools. Sometimes, when the state depends on the data, the app and tools will fight over the control of the preview. Like in this case of the clear button. To see it, you would need to mark a to-do as done, but that's not always desirable. Instead, you can use the design mode to force the app state and follow the selection made in Tools. Now, you can navigate in Tools and see the relevant state in the app. Regardless of the mode, you can use Quick Select of a view or a block, and Tools will navigate to the state that contains selected element. It's a useful tool inspired by the DevTools. Another great tool that I like and use often is the wireframing mode. It applies random shades of bluish color to the containers to make their boundaries more obvious. Next tool copies the path to a selected view to the clipboard, which is handy when you want to set the change of the flow. I will explain more about it in the patterns section. The rename tool is pretty awesome too. It renames the view inside of the editor, at the point of views, and in the file system. Another automagical feature. And last, delete will place the selected view in the trash. On the right hand side, you can find a couple of convenient shortcuts. First one opens the foundations in the new tab. Second allows you to share your feedback with us, and please do, we pay attention to it. And third opens view search. Let's quickly run down through the cheat sheet. Instead of HTML primitives, we use three types of blocks in views: containers, content, and captures. You compose them with a couple of intuitive rules. You can put any blocks inside of the containers. Content blocks render as text, images, and SVGs. Captures allow you to capture user input. And views used in the app folder make the state of your app. Blocks can have props, and props allow you to control styling, animation, interactions, flow, and conditional changes of your interface. Pretty powerful bunch. There are many of them, but most props are quite straightforward. Interaction props trigger events after user interacts with a container or a capture. If you want to use interaction props on a content block, place it inside of a container and put interaction prop on the container. Conditional props are amazing. There are two main types, when and on when. You get it, right? When something happens, do this. When block is selected, change background color to green. Simple, right? When conditions apply to props. And on when applies to views and blocks, which means that a block or a view will be on when something happens. To negate a condition, use exclamation mark right after the greater than symbol. It will change the meaning of the condition to it's not on when something happens. Data props let you connect data sources to views and blocks. They also enable validation conditions, and you can use those to show errors or success messages. Animations are sweet in views. In its basic form, with one word placed after the value, the animation will be triggered between the base prop and the prop inside of the condition. And yes, you need to have a condition to trigger an animation, but I'll show you how they work in the animation section. We've added a fair amount of keyboard shortcuts in Tools, but feel free to reach out if you have ideas for more of them. When it comes to files, we've decided to use folder names with generic file types inside. This strategy allows us to save time and avoid bugs when we move files around. The convention is straightforward. To create a new view, make a folder and give it a name. Then put view.blocks file inside. To add logic to that view, save logic.js file inside of the same folder. To integrate a React component, do the same. Create a folder with the name of the component and add react.js file to it. That's it. Enjoy and make some beautiful apps. See you in the foundations.